Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM, and that's a 148 scale kit which copies World War II German bomber Heinkel 111, and this time it's H-16 version. So as you remember, we were checking previous types before, but this is a recent release. As you can see, it comes with this beautiful box art with aircraft finished in winter scheme, and now we have a chance to check it closer. Note that this is a final release, let's say, so you will get exactly the same kit if you order it directly from any good model shops, for example Model MX. So now I'm going to switch the focus, and as you can see, this kit is based on the Heinkel 111 line plastic. So let's check it closer. So as you can see, box is quite huge. Here you can see comparison with my hand. On the side we have some information about the kit itself. So we have parts amount written here, 328 parts which will assemble into aircraft with 471 millimeters wingspan, so it's almost half a meter. Here is short history note and of course manufacturer's address, and traditionally on the other side we have this profile marking for the marking option, which is depicted on the box art here. So now let's open it. It's a bit of a tight fit because box structure is typical for ICM. We have color printed top section and then we have white cardboard box. So I'm going to try to remove it as fast as possible. In the meantime, let me remind you that we are trying to collect the money for the new tripod because our tripod broken. Now it stands literally on the tape. So you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website, or maybe just by let's say sending the tripod directly to us, and we'll be happy to use it straight away. So as you can see, I'm trying to remove this tight fit top cover. I'm not sure how it is usually, let's say, measured so that this box sits that tight on the white cardboard box, but as you can see, it's not that easy to remove it, and I'm a bit not happy about this, let's say. I saw some modelers trying to open it and tear it away, and then they end up with this top cover torn here on this angle, one of these angles, and it's really sad. So just be careful, do not hurry with this. So as you can see here, we have this white cardboard box. Let's open it. And here is what we have inside. So box is full of various sprues. Then on the bottom of this box we have also assembly manual, which features decals inside. We will check them a bit later. Now let's turn our attention to plastic parts, because here we will have some new elements specific only for this type of the aircraft. So right on the top we have transparent sprues, and we'll take a look at them in a second. Here is the first one. Of course, there are no masks included into this kit, straight away you can say this. So here you can see first transparent plastic sprue. It looks quite good, molding quality is great, but as I said, masking will have to be done with your own hands because there are no such bonus included into this kit. Next we have also another transparent plastic bag, again with clear parts. And here we have slightly bigger elements because these will be used for the, let's say, main section of the canopy. As you remember, this aircraft has the glass canopy, glass nose, let's say. So here you can see those sections which will have to be combined together. And again, masking will be a bit tricky because there are a lot of small segments. So I would rather advise to check for some aftermarket set which will help you with build. Now let's move on to gray plastic sprues. So here is the first one. It's a sprue with letter C. There are two of this type, and just give me a second, I will try to make it a bit lighter. Now you should see it better. Okay. So here we have obviously parts which should be supplied in pair, let's say. So we have here engines. It's one of the sprues, so here we have one engine which should be assembled out of several parts. Also here we have propeller, landing gear wheels, bombs, propeller hub, again bombs here, landing gear legs, and some minor tubings for the engine. So all those parts look really nice, and of course it is impressive to have the engine included out of the box in 1/48 scale kit. Now that's not that usual yet, so it's really good to see that ICM decided to have it featured as a standard plastic bonus. Then here we have, as far as I can guess, again pair of absolutely identical plastic sprues, and as I said, as I can guess, those parts should be used to replicate H16 version, because here we have new type of the wheels, and also here we have propeller, one-piece propeller with 2 attachment points here in the center. Also here we have those, as far as I can guess, exhausts, and of course several bombs. Molding quality is as great as what we saw on the first sprue. Then we have this large frame with fuselage halves. Both fuselage halves come with tail segment, and both are molded without rudder. As you can see here, it will be replicated with help of separate part. Also here we have separate belly panel and some other elements which will have to be attached carefully. Note that here we have antennas molded in, so you will have to pay attention to these parts in order not to break them off. And let's flip it over. Here you can see some internal detailing, so we have internal structure replicated with these molded in elements. And also we have here guiding elements. As you can see here, for example, position pins should come handy for the proper alignment of those large pieces together, because otherwise it will be tricky for sure. Next we have also, just give me a second, we have here frame named G, and as you can see here we have new belly panels as well as the top section with this round cut out. Also here we have bombs and some landing gear parts, as well as machine guns here. Next we have also the special frame with those, let's say, strength parts which will be inserted inside the wings, because wings will be huge. As you remember, wingspan will be almost 0.5 meters, so it is really necessary to have something holding them in place, especially in a plastic kit, of course. And here you can see also some of the external panels, tail wheel, also some of the hatches, and again another landing gear wheel. Next we have special parts for the engine and landing gear system. So as you remember, main landing gear on this airplane are quite special in structure wise. So I would advise to be careful with those thin parts, because it will be easy to break them off, let's say it straight, especially the thin elements. So just pay attention when you're cutting them off the sprue. And next we have two last gray plastic sprues. Here you can see one set for the main wing, so top and bottom half. Flaps are molded in while ailerons are molded separately. And note that each aileron will have to be glued out of 2 halves. Then we also have here the elevators, which are molded separately and again should be glued out of 2 halves. And inside here we have guiding elements which will help you with alignment of those 2 huge wings together. And last gray plastic sprue comes together with tail wings, as you can see here and here. And also those are rudder halves. As you remember, rudder is also molded separately. So detailing is absolutely the same. We have recessed panel lines and riveting here, and again guiding elements here on the wing edges and trailing edges as well. Next we can move on to assembly manual, which is surprisingly thick. It is printed in form of this large cover printed brochure, but first I would like to show you Decals sheet which is hidden inside. So as you can see here, we have all necessary symbols for several marking options. We even have some decals for the dashboard, so it's worth using them if you don't plan to install PE parts on this airplane, for example. And of course we have stencils, which is really nice in this big scale. Next we have assembly manual, of course. This one has short history note on the first page, as you can see. Then we have also paints chart here, and everything starts with parts map. So note that those parts won't be used, as I said before. Then we continue with other sprues, and on them we also have some unused parts which will go into your spare box. Here we assemble first the bomb bay, which is assembled together with those wing spars. And then we continue with cockpit parts. Here you can see the machine gun ring installation. Then we assemble the nose area, landing gear wheel. We continue with machine guns. Then we assemble the tail landing gear together with landing gear leg. We continue with various equipment which is installed in the airplane. And note that fuselage is still not closed. It's being closed on the 39th step of the assembly, when we also assemble the rudder and glue it into the place. Then we continue with cockpit by installing various seats. We close the fuselage with separate top section, as you remember, with this round cutout. Here we install the belly panel, and note that there are several versions, as you remember, so it will be up to you which one you will choose. We assemble the engine as well. And the engine will be quite detailed, even out of the box, but you can add even more by getting the special PE for this set. As you can see, manufacturer shows that you should assemble 2 engines, but I would rather check how to avoid it, so that you can open one and also store one for your future builds, because those are really nicely detailed engines, so it's worth somehow saving one for your next projects. Here you can see how we close them with various cooling panels. We continue with separately molded exhausts, as you remember. Then we assemble the nose section. Here we install the main landing gear legs. Then we install bombs into the place. They will be attached right onto the belly, as you can see here. Then we close this ring cut out on the top of the fuselage, and in total we will have to perform 114 steps in order to have the model in such state. Then we continue with various stencils. As you can see, we have here a stencils application guide, and I'm not sure if that's a, let's say, smart idea to have it printed in black and white on the camouflaged version, which is barely visible, as you can see here. I would rather advise to have it on the clear white outline, so that you understand which symbol goes where. Here we can see first marking option. That's an aircraft from Eastern Front during winter 1942-1943. Here is another one from 1942-1943 once again. And here we have 2 green airplanes. This one is from Eastern Front, September 1943, and this one as well, but it comes from KG 100. So in total there are 4 marking options for this nice airplane. So that's all for this video review. As you can see, we have another impressive kit from Ukrainian manufacturer. It should be already available for purchase, and you can get it on Modelimex's website. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this set here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also check our Facebook and Instagram groups, because we have some interesting stuff there as well. And of course, I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.